Hey guys, it is Coach AP coming at you through the video scope here in a very, very hot, humid, and muggy St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. And we're going to start in on our under 18 AAA team previews. And we're only a couple of weeks away from under 18. And if I say midget, it's under 18 AAA program. Most teams are going to have tryouts in August. So we're almost there. And let's talk a little bit. Let's get some hype around some players and get some hype around some teams going into a year where I believe it's going to be the most parity. Maybe it's almost like when I played back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, 20 years ago when every team could beat every team and Tri-Pen were the front runner, but there was a lot of, jockeying for position, and there might have been a couple of points between all the teams from second to fifth in the league at that time. I got a feeling it's going to be just like that, but it's going to be from first to fifth. There's going to be very, very little in terms of parity. This is going to be probably the best parity year in a long time. So buckle up. Here we go. All right, this video is brought to you by Supplement King. 3 locations in the St. John's, greater St. John's area. They're opening one in CBS. I'm not sure if it's open yet, but it'll be open soon. So people out in the CBS area, check them out. You've got Galway, that is for sure open, right across from Costco, and the one in the Torbay Road Plaza next to Sobeys. So check them out. Go see Joey for all your supplement needs. All right. I even say that in practice sometimes now. I'm like, all right, this video is about to... Anyway, I'm done. I promise. I'm done. Let's start talking about the Tri-Pen Osprey. And they finished second in the league last year. They're knocked out by the Growlers. And Blizzard, they beat the Blizzard last year in the first round. They had a great playoffs on the backs of a lot of players who really stepped up. This year, it's going to be a different year for them. They lose kind of a nucleus of guys that they've had for a long time in that program. 3-year guys like Owen Sparks, who I'm guessing he's going to go back to Weeks in the Maritime League. He was there last year for camp. You've got Christian Reardon, who I guess is going to go to Amherst or go to Rimouski. I have not spoke to him, but he has options. You have AJ Green, who was a 4th-round pick of our Yarmouth Mariners, and I'm not sure if he's reporting, but he was a big minutes guy for that organization for a long time. Those minutes are going to be hard to replace for sure. And you also have a guy like Damian Laundrie, who I wrote an article about. I will put the article link below. I wrote it about him a couple of months ago. Very high on that player, works his butt off, great work ethic, and I really hope that some NHL team has signed him to a tryout agreement, because I think that he could go in and potentially make a team as soon as this year. So best of luck to you, Damian, if you are going that direction. Let's talk a little bit about some players that last year who I'm intrigued by this year. I'm excited to go to the Barn out in Danny Clear Community Center, out to Bay Arena, out to any of these rinks, and to check out some of these players, because I think they're going to take the next step in their development. I guess let's talk a little bit about Alex Crane. Alex Crane, to me, had a great playoffs. And sometimes when you're sitting behind the incumbent guys, probably didn't play as much in the first half, but in the playoffs, you saw him on the ice a lot, and he rewarded the coaching staff with really good play and good production, especially in that series with the Growlers. When I'm watching, like, this guy is buzzing, as Ryan Bessie would say. You have Jacob Kennedy, who's kind of like a Brad Marchand type of player. He's in your kitchen. He's in your face on a regular basis. He works his butt off, and he's a good skater for sure, no doubt. He's going into his 3rd year, and I think that's a guy that if you're an MHL team, your junior A team, if you're looking for a bottom 6 guy at that level, I think he could be it. He can skate. He's hard on you. He's quick. He's chippy. And that could be, if you're looking for something like that, he definitely fits that mold. You have guys like Adam Curry coming back, who I thought should have been drafted in the Quebec Major Junior League. I thought he was as good as some of those guys that were going in the mid-rounds. But again, I don't select the players. I just rank them. And there was times last year where Adam Curry, you couldn't get a P by him. Especially against the Blizzard. There was one game at home, I think it was game 2. Man, he stood on his head. I'm watching thinking, like, man, I don't know, like, all they need is one tonight. He is going to be able to make the key saves. I think he takes another step in his development this year, a guy who played in the Q Prospects game at the Monctonian last year. And really, guys like Adam Dawson, I mean, Nick Crosby had triple the point production he had the year before. I think he had 30 points last year or close to it. So, he's going into his 3rd year in that system. I think all of these players, you just look at some of these names, I think this could be a very, very good team next year on paper going in, and they will always kind of put themselves in a position to be in the mix to win. And you look at the past couple of years, I mean, I'm pretty sure they made the finals the past 2 years. Since I've been in the Q job, I think they've been in the finals both years. I have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure they have been. I'm pretty sure they beat the Growlers 2 years ago in the first round, and then last year beat the Blizzard. So, I mean, this is a team that always, gets a lot of mileage out of the players that they have there, and I'm excited to see what happens with them this season. Now, the reason why I'm super excited this year for the Osprey is because the prospects they have coming up. And I do believe Jabez Seymour, well, I know Jabez Seymour is leaving next year. He's a guy that's like a Tom Wilson type of player, Tom Wilson mold, 6'3", skates well, will run you over and doesn't care about it. He's a guy that every Quebec League team has to pay attention to this year down in South Kent. Man, he is a beast, and he works and works. He's got an insatiable work ethic. I'm really high on that kid out of the Bay Roberts area. And I'm not sure what Patty Lamb is doing. If he's going back to Tripan or going out, I'm not sure. But that's a horse, too. I mean, he's a really good defenseman in that 07 age group, which is a great age, by the way. That 07 age, Patty is a good player, real good player. If he's back with the Osprey, he could probably jump in and take Green's minutes maybe right away. I mean, that's how high I am on him. And then you've got some guys there like Cameron Roberts can play. He's a goal scorer and winger. He's got some talent. You got Brody Hernam, who I've heard comparables to Scott Brophy in the past, who played 150 games in the Quebec League with Gatineau and the Fog Devils back in the day with the Fog Devils, St. John's Fog Devils. You've got guys like Jackson Barrett, who's got some size and skating and is a pretty good winger too. So this is a team that, and can't forget Russell Monk, my boy Russell Monk. What a guy that guy is. Super nice family. Known for my dealings in Clarenville over the years, playing senior hockey, and the nicest family. Drew Daring is another guy who had a pretty good year for Rebecca Russell, Tom Walsh and company, who I thought did a good job of developing that group last year in under 15 AAA with the Ice. So, man, I think there's going to be some competition battles up front. I'm not 100% who's going to be on the back end next year. But that being said, I think they're solid in goal. They'll have Jake French, they'll have Curry. I don't know who's coming up from 07 there, but I think those two guys are incumbent, and they'll keep them in a lot of hockey games. That's two good goalies there. French being a Maritime League draft pick by your Yarmouth Mariners. And, this is a team that I don't want to be making projections on where teams finish in the regular season because it's going to be so tight. You could flip a coin to see who's going to finish first. You could flip a coin and that team is going to finish fifth. I think everybody's going to be tight, and it's going to be exciting hockey for people and the people who watch the under-18 NL Major League this season. All right, so that's it for me, guys. I'm going outside. It's like 100 degrees in this room right now. I'm sweating, and clearly by the looks of my greasy hair, I haven't showered in a little while. I cut back on the showering in the summer, guys. That is gross. Anyway, moving on. Goodbye. I'll see you for our next video. We'll be talking about, not even 100% sure who it is off the top of my head because I may have heat stroke. It's that warm in this room. And I'm gone.